Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where last episode we took a slightly awkward war. We ended up winning it, but it was definitely awkward, and I would like to address that awkwardness by increasing our men-at-arms. That will definitely be a useful thing to do. The question is, do we do that now or do we continue to work on our economy? Which is the same question that we asked last time, and the answer to that led to that awkward war. So that is definitely a thing. I wouldn't mind, though, constructing a city holding here. Done. Okay, we're just not planning to go to war for a while, is the answer, right? So we need to get a building here, and I think we'll go for hunting grounds over pastoral lands. We're not planning to hold this as part of our realm, so I think hunting grounds is slightly better for us here. So we'll go ahead and go for that. We've got this city here that needs farms and fields. Absolutely. We've got this city up here, and that is going to need hunting grounds. Consider it done. And then we've got, let's see here. This temple's actually done. Okay, noted. So is that everything in that case? I think it is. Let me just go through and double check that real quick. It's been like a day, so I want to make sure that my assessment of that is correct. And yeah, it does appear to be. Yeah, those holdings are like that, sure. This castle could use a trade port. Okay, we'll get that trade port put in as soon as we can. We'll have enough to do that in 2 months. Okay, that looks good. So 1 more month here until this trade port is ready to go, and there we go. Excellent. So, at this point, we could start putting cash into our men-at-arms. In theory. It's going to be a little bit until we need cash for constructing buildings. And the number of buildings that we need is definitely declining. Now, our levies are still regenerating. No doubt about that. We burned through quite a lot of those, so we're going to need to let those regen. I do want to bump up our men-at-arms numbers. Let's see, we aren't going to need another structure here or here. So the only locations that we're actually going to need structures are here and in this city. 4 years and 2 years. We did just discover arched saddles. So, as I said before, we could get rid of our light footmen and put in armored horsemen. So, armored horsemen counter archers, right? This means that we don't really have a solid counter to heavy infantry. The question is, are we okay with that? Our archers counter skirmishers. The guys that we're fighting around here do have a fair amount of light footmen. The question is, how many archers do they have? Let's take a look at England here. They have quite a lot of longbowmen. Light horsemen, pikemen, armored footmen, armored horsemen. That's a pretty well-balanced setup. No doubt about that. Okay. Yeah, I'm leaning towards ditching the light footmen and putting in armored horsemen. Armored horsemen are expensive. They're very expensive. 200. So we're going to raise this up soon. Not quite yet. Going to be like 3 months before we have enough for that. That's okay. We can declare a war. We're not going to declare a war right now. We're going to be patient with this. Are we still truced with this guy? It should be in here. Yeah, so for 4 years. We're not truced up here. Noted. We just got 70 gold for additional taxes. That's actually really, really useful. We're going to grab armored horsemen here. There we go. And we need to get these maxed out, right? That's going to be quite a high priority. Who are these people? Our chancellor and our marshal are currently arguing about upcoming building projects. We failed to find a compromise. Oh, well. That's sad. Our heir is unmarried. How old are you? 21? You're lowborn, but this should be fine. Cool. Excellent. So that is under control. And as far as our construction projects go, it's going to be a little bit yet before this is good to go. Our son came of age here. They grow up fast. It's true. We should probably find him a wife. He is our spare here. Okay, so we will go ahead and go for... Does it really matter? Not really. We could go for, like, Eleanor here. Sure. That'll be fine. Cool. So we have 9 children. I don't know if this one that died counts. We're not going to have another child, I don't think. We're definitely getting towards the end of childbearing age. So it's likely we're not going to get 10 children. If we had gone on, like, family focus for the extra fertility, we might have gotten there. But we weren't targeting that, so that's fine. And we don't really know what achievement we're targeting now that we have the Emerald Isle. I will definitely make that determination, but I think that first we should consolidate all of Ireland. So that should be fine. Let's see, 13 months left on this. So we can definitely spend down our gold again. So we will get, say, up to half for our archers, and our mangonels can be increased to size 2. Cool. So that's looking good. Deserting levies in Braveney, huh? Well, that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. But it's fine. So we do want to get this under our control fairly soon. Do we go to war for it? This guy has 350 troops. And no allies. Yes. Yes, we go to war for it. Now, he is going to become our vassal. We could do it via a claim. We're currently converting, and we have 2 years left on that. No, I think we just do it this way, and then we either imprison him or we revoke it and fight him again. It won't be a big deal, I don't think. We could just offer him vassalage. No. Actually, with a religious exemption, he would accept that. That would make things easier, I think. So we offer him vassalage. Now we don't have to fight the war to make him be our vassal, right? Then, we can revoke his duchy title. This cannot be revoked from him, as it would make him only hold titles with no land. Well, yeah, that's the point. He won't accept this. Who all would join him? No one is the answer. So we revoke this, and now we only have to fight 1 war against him instead of 2. So obviously, he's not going to accept this. And he is going to declare war. This is fine. We don't care. Stack wiped. And there's already a breach here. Do we assault this fort? No, I don't think we do. We play it patient. I think it's fine. We, of course, want to hold this personally, right? So we provoked him into rebelling against us immediately after becoming our vassal. This is not exactly, you know, ways to make allies. But it's fine. We need to get this all put together. We can start handing this out later on. So, this is fine. We captured his daughter. The war is now over, so we're going to enforce those demands and disband these troops. He is imprisoned, so we are going to revoke his title here. We revoke the duchy, and we concede the title revocation reason. But he's still going to hold the earldom. No. He didn't. That tooltip was just straight up wrong. Okay, I like it. So we need to grant this out, right? And we'll go ahead and do so. Ossuary can be granted out. No problem whatsoever there. We are about to finish up our crop fields here. 50 days on that. And we're going to need to do a little bit of work over here. We're going to need to build a city holding eventually, and we're going to want to rework this castle. We're probably going to want to rework all of these castles eventually. And it looks like we do have some low county control as well. So let's head up over this way. We do indeed have some low county control. Okay, cool. So that's all looking good. First things first, we're going to come down to this city and make sure that it's getting guilds. There we go. Excellent. We get a stewardship lifestyle perk. We'll take avaricious. Beautiful. Bringing us back up to 20 gold per month. I like it. We, of course, lose a little bit due to control, and Ossory was a slightly better county, although this will develop into being a better county. So, duchies. Right. For the time being, we should actually destroy the Duchy of Meath. We can recreate that later, but we're going to get rid of it for the time being. We want to have counts under us, not dukes, so that'll be fine. They'll eventually probably put that together, but 80 gold, and we can justify it? Done. Absolutely done. Cool. And we cannot extort our subjects or sell trivial titles until next year. Okay, that's fine. So, what are we going to personally hold in the end? We're going to hold these two duchies, Ulster and Connacht. That'll be fine. To be clear, Connacht and Munster are equivalent. We just chose to go for Connacht. It doesn't really have any particular reasoning behind it. Possibly Munster would be better because of terrain. There's a lot of wetlands up here. I mean, there's a lot of wetlands in Munster as well. We just got an additional 70 gold. So what are we looking to do? We are looking to construct a temple holding here. Ooh, debase the coinage. Yeah, 150 gold. So we're going to build a temple holding here. That's what we need to be able to build a castle holding here, which we will work towards eventually. Excellent. Ransom? Yes. In fact, we should check to see if there's more ransoms that we can do. No. Not currently. Okay, so I want to check in on this city here. 15 months left there. Sounds good. And we know that this is going to be a castle holding. This is going to be a castle holding. And this is going to be 2 castle holdings. So we're going to need 4 additional domain limit. And we've got 2 available. So that's going to be a thing. We'll have to work on that. We almost have this conversion done. Looks good. Beautiful. And now we are going to not do that. We're going to have this guy managing domain, yes. But what I wanted to do is continue to convert. And we will convert this location that we are personally holding. Cool. Do we need to do any cultural conversion? No, we absolutely do not. So that will be fine. We're still working on bringing control levels up. The question now is, do we boost up our men-at-arms, or do we invest further in our economy? And I think the answer to that is men-at-arms. Under most circumstances, I would target economy. But with England right here, they could decide that we look vulnerable. And fair enough, I think that we do look vulnerable. So I think we want to target getting our men-at-arms up to half capacity. We can extort our subjects. Now, where are my loyal subjects? And we get 305 gold. Fantastic. And that money will immediately go into armored horsemen. Again, we're targeting half men-at-arms size. For the moment, anyway. We're actually not making all that much money right now. That is because our men-at-arms are replenishing. So we're going to have to wait 1 additional month tick until our armored horsemen are done here. Ah. Tear it apart. 75 gold. Beautiful. Now we're at half in terms of our men-at-arms capacity. So that's good. Do we continue to work on economy from here? It's just drunken ramblings. Okay. We definitely do need to continue to work on control. Control in these regions is going to be not great, right? That definitely needs to be worked on. That's a big part of this. And also, we're still reinforcing over here, particularly our armored horsemen. Those are going to need quite a bit more work. A large cattle herd is normally the best long-term thing here. But we need the cash. We're going to take the cash. And I think that we max out our men-at-arms at this point. I do. We need to get our military ramped up. We look fairly weak to people like potentially Norway. Okay, they're a little busy right now. But to people like England, to people like France, even the HRE, even though they're getting a little far away, to people like Denmark even, we're a little bit on the weak side. Do we have allies? No, we are not allied to Brittany because Brittany no longer exists. So we can't rely on them. We need to rely on ourselves. We'll grab cutting cornerstones, but for now, that's fine. 50 piety or 75 prestige. I don't care about which we get. The prestige will be slightly better, but the odds are that we're going to get the piety. And indeed, we did. So that's fine. But yeah, we need to stand alone at this point, and that means that we need to invest heavily in our military. The best and most effective way to do that at this moment is to max out our men-at-arms. After that's done, we can work on our military duchy here. That's going to be a lot more difficult in terms of, like, cash, right? It's going to cost a lot more, and it's going to produce levy troops, which are lower quality troops anyway. So this is definitely the best way to invest in our military right now. So we'll bump up our archers up to size 8. I was actually expecting to have enough to get this maxed out that month tick, but nope, it'll be a little bit yet. That's fine. Yeah, this is all okay for the moment. There we go. Bowman moves up to size 8. Cool. So the next one will be mangonels. That will cost quite a lot, no doubt about that. I want to check in on this city here. Getting this city maxed out in terms of buildings is a high priority. So we should probably wait on continuing to work on our men-at-arms insofar as we need to get these buildings built, right? So hunting grounds here would be fine. Sure, we'll pay the Royal Court a visit. Hello, Royal Court. Disinheriting this guy? Okay, that's actually kind of funny. But no, we'll get diplomacy lifestyle experience. Not that that actually does anything. Sure, we'll take a pet cat. And we could become a confident lover. Fantastic. Okay. This is Might. Might the cat. Maybe he'll bring us 2 gold from somewhere. I don't want to know where the cats get that gold. For the record, I do not want to know. We're going to build hunting grounds over here. And then this city here is going to require, well, wetland farms. Guilds are going to be the highest priority, I think, though. So that'll be fine. We'll get guilds in there. We just need to get level 1 structures, right? And we've got this temple finishing up. We could definitely put in a trade port over here. We will eventually swap some of these out for military structures, like barracks and military camps. I would probably end up swapping the hunters' lodges and the bastions and curtain walls. But for the time being, I wouldn't mind getting a trade port in here. We're very heavily economy spec'd right now. And that is fine. We actually want that. But I think the most important thing here is guilds here. So we'll go ahead and get that going. Because we don't necessarily control this location, right? So that's going to be a little bit before that's done. This is complete. So at this point, the only 2 remaining locations that we don't directly control will be this temple when it's done, and this city, which is currently constructing for the next 3 years. So 16 months until we need cash. I think putting in a trade port here does make a lot of sense. Might charmed our vassal. Excellent. And we need 2 month ticks for that trade port. Actually, notify me when this is available too. We should definitely be doing this. Excellent. Reduces her feudal taxes to us? Okay, whatever. We can always change that later. So, we'll build this trade port over here. We've got 500 gold right now. I'm not too worried about upgrading buildings in this duchy at this moment. Upgrading buildings out here does make sense. The question is, do we want to max out our men-at-arms before or after we max out our economic duchy? Generally speaking, after is better, as long as you're not going to get declared on. So, swapping this barracks for pastoral land would do the trick. Swapping this barracks for a pastoral land. And over here, this is a small hill fort. Can we swap that out for anything economic? Yes, we can. Done. So we'll get those all going. That's fine. That will boost up our economy over here. Dublin, I'm not too concerned about. We're going to hand that out. Same with Athlone. As long as the building and holding slots are filled, we're considering these done. They will upgrade themselves for now. We're not too concerned about that. Same with these holding slots over here. For the moment, we're allowing them to upgrade themselves, and to a large degree, they'll keep up with that. So that'll be fine, and with that in mind, we're not really looking to upgrade any of these. Well, actually, bastions and curtain walls versus... Noted. We're being raided out over this way. Can we win this? With our newly boosted forces? Perhaps. We can try it. They're recently disembarked. That will work in our favor. Indeed it will. Yes, we can win this. Fantastic. So we're going to get 44 gold from that. 165 gold in exchange for 20 control in Mayo? Sure, but we're going to need to work on that control, for sure. So we recovered 44 gold worth of loot there. Fantastic. And we kicked them on out of here. As soon as they're gone, we'll disband. There we go. Shrine has been constructed. So we need to come down over here and work on probably a trade port, or actually monasteries for the control growth. I think the idea will be wetland farms, monasteries, trade port. We'll do monasteries first, and that'll be fine. Who is this? Our son and knight? He's probably going to be fine, right? We'll look for a physician. We can actually afford one at this point. So that's fine. Cool. We're going to finish up this guild hall in 12 months. Yeah, safe treatment should be okay. We can grab a perk here, and professional workforce sounds good. Beautiful. And he's just running around over there. Okay, sure. So that definitely was proof that our men-at-arms upgrades are working, right? That's definite proof of that. Our control levels over here are quite low, and we will need to work those up. 40, 68, 27, and 88, and 68 down over here. But we don't directly control this. Our marshal lost control here. This just dropped by 20. Gross. Small harbor has been constructed over here. So that's good. We're going to leave this be as it is. We're not going to build anything else in there. I think given our current financial situation, we probably boost up our mangonels to max size. And even work a little bit on our footmen here. Yes, this ransom... Oh, wait. We paid the ransom. Never mind. I thought that we were... I didn't mean to pay that ransom. Whatever. It's fine. Pastures have been constructed. I believe those are happening up over here. Yes. So these are finishing up. That's good. Eventually, we're going to need to upgrade these castles. We did just finish converting faith, so we should continue to work on that. There's only the one non-Catholic location left. Perfect. Eventually, we'll need to go after Munster, and we're not truced to them anymore. So we should consider doing that soon. We're actually at 8 of 9, so we could hold whatever we take from there. We can extort subjects, and I will definitely do that. 410 gold. Beautiful. That gold is all going into our armored footmen. We're so close to getting up to maximum armored footmen. But we're going to need like 800 gold to max out our armored horsemen. So that's going to be quite a lot. When are we going to be able to sell our trivial titles? 2 years. Okay. Our court physician is treating people. That's fine. I do think... sure, I'll attend the scout feast. I do think that we should probably declare war down over here. We could offer him vassalage. It would require a religious exemption. If we were to improve his opinion, we could offer him vassalage without getting a religious exemption. But I don't think that actually is useful for us. I think we're better off piecemealing this and breaking him up the way we did up here. So that sounds good. We can personally hold Thomond if we take this. Done. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to grab ourselves another little chunk of Ireland. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Ken2in, James, Shadow Wolf, and Lohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unisol, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.